August 20th, 2025, and welcome to the business meeting of the West Carrollton School Board. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Gibson.
Here.
Mr. Llewellyn.
Here.
Mrs. Miller.
Here.
Mr. Mundy.
Here.
Mrs. Shockley.
Here.
All right, please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys can hear me just fine over here. Oh, you're getting while we work out some mic issues here, I'll start with some introductions. We'll start with the corner over here, not corner, I guess, to my left. I think Jack Haig will be here in and out, so yeah, he's working on some building projects, so he might be in by the time that it's his part, but that would be Jack Haig. And then we got Dr. Robin Jordan. Good to see her, second time with the school board meeting here. We got Miss and of course you're also sorry, I probably should say who you are. You're the director of curriculum. And then we have Miss Becky Yerman, the director of student services. And then we have Devin Berry, the director of human resources. And as we move on around, do you want to say everyone's name, Haley?
Hi, I'm Haley Schuster, and the other representatives are not able to attend tonight, but their names are Ava Cronenwet, Abby Nicely, and Daniela Rodriguez Vasquez.
You said it really good. Yeah, I have heard you.
That's why you're the senior.
And those are our student reps that are part of the board. And it's nice because now we have 4 student reps on the board.
3 and an
Well,
alternate.
3 and an alternate, so that's really exciting. And first time we've ever had that, so we're excited about that. Moving right along, we have board member Lori Gibson. We have our superintendent, Dr. Andrea Townsend. My name is Nate Mundy. I'm also a board member. We have our vice president, Miss Leslie Miller. We have another board member, John Llewellyn. And then we have another board member, Angie Shockley. And at the end there, we have our wonderful treasurer, Ron Slaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Angie for 2 minutes.
Must have got your names wrong.
Thank
huh?
you for that.
All right. All right. All right, I will need a motion in a second.
So moved.
All right. For the agenda to be adopted as presented. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll move for a roll call.
Mrs. Gibson.
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn.
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Mundy.
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley.
Yes.
No, it's not working. She's using the hand mic today. All right, we have no comments relating to the agenda items, so we'll move right along for the communication update.
Good evening. I think my mic works. Just saying. Okay, so I wanted to remind everyone how you can stay in touch and know what's going on in the school district, westcarrolltonschools.com. You can connect to any school from there. You can also go to Facebook at West Carrollton City Schools, X at WC City Schools, and Instagram at WC_City Schools. And talking about finding your school, westcarrolltonschools.com, that's what you're going to see at the top of the page, and you'll see the schools written out there, and you just click on that, you'll get the menu of all the schools that are in the district. Just to remind everyone, download apps, West Carrollton Schools. You can use our website to connect or just go to your app store, whichever way you would like to do that. It does give you access to what's happening in your child's school as well as classroom activities. Remember to keep watching for your back to school news from your child's school. I know a lot of kids already came today, but they're still sending out info. And messages from your child's school principal will be coming throughout the year. You'll get texts, emails, and phone calls. Reminder of some upcoming dates. It's hard to believe, but we need to talk about Labor Day. There'll be no school Monday, September 1st, and PPT Day is Friday, September 12th. There will be no school on that day. I recently had the honor of giving out the Pirate Pride Award. If you heard the song yesterday, we used the pirate song in a video last year. We got permission from the band to do it, and that was via email. They happened to be in town, and just to tell you the story, because I think it's kind of funny, I went up after, and afterwards everybody wants their picture, their autograph, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I walk up to the guy on the left, and I said, "I've got something for you." That frightened him, I'm sure. I explained to him how we had reached out through email, got permission to use the song. I showed him the certificate. Now the other two guys are kind of, you know, they're there, but they're away talking to other people. As soon as he saw that, he said, "Hey guys, get over here." So it was really cute, and they really did appreciate it. They said we can use the song anytime, and we used it yesterday. So yeah, we've kind of adopted them. Of course, the Pirate Marching Band will always be our favorite, but these guys are second. And Pirate Pride Award on our webpage, the pointing arrow there, you can click right there. You can nominate someone for a Pirate Pride Award. We already have some folks in the pipeline for later this year, but always take a moment to nominate someone if you know someone. And if you work in the school district all year long, you are bound to have someone that says, "What do you do all summer?" And our jobs kind of change during the summer. We do different things, but we are still working. So I wanted to give you an idea. This is just some pictures and some things that have happened just since the 1st of August. The whole video or the sound, but he was being introduced by his principal, so he was very enthusiastic. Pirate Pete was having a little issue with his face, but that's okay. And this is our favorite, Ben. He showed up to give the have a great year speech to all of the staff, so that was really nice. And that brings us to today. So this was the intermediate school this morning. Flag was waving, some pictures. This is from kindergarten screening, and so that was happening. We also had welcome back to first grade. Those kids were doing a great job. So tell me, how excited are you about coming to kindergarten?
So excited.
What do you think you're going to learn?
Daddy.
First grade.
Yeah.
And what are you looking forward to this school year?
Math.
Math? You like math?
Yeah.
Why do you like math?
Because math has subtracting, and I like doing that.
You like to see tracked.
Yeah.
What else do you think you're going to do this year?
I read books.
Do you like to read?
Yeah.
Oh, I love to hear that. I like to read too. What are some of your favorite books?
Mickey Elephant books.
You were sitting with some of your classmates. Are any of them kids you know? Are they friends of yours?
Well, the only one that I know is Kamari. She's my neighbor.
She's your neighbor?
Yeah.
So you get to make new friends this year too. That's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Is Kamari your friend?
Yeah.
But you just told me you're going to go play football today.
Yes, I am.
So you're pretty excited about that?
Yes, I am.
Going to the middle school?
We got a game today.
Oh, how good have you been doing this season?
Good. Except for we lost our first game.
So what about school? You looking forward to the school year?
Yes, I am.
What's your favorite subject? Anything else you want to tell me?
No.
No. So that was that. That was some things happening this morning. Some of our older students, some of our younger students were there at kindergarten screening because not all of them started school today. So got to talk to a lot of kids today. Again, we appreciate your patience and your kindness as we get through these first days of school. Watch out for pirates. They're going to be in the neighborhoods, walking to and from bus stops, and they are going to be entering and exiting cars and buses. So please be careful when you're driving, especially on school property. Always keep your eyes out. We want everyone to get here safe and back home safe. And so again, we appreciate your patience and kindness as we get through these first days of school. And a reminder, be safe, be respectful, be responsible, be kind.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
You know, your videos are just always so much fun. You know, especially the ends. They always end pretty good.
We try.
Right. All right. Well, we'll be moving right along to our business portion here. Item number 8 deals with some financial items.
Thank you. I ask the board approve as presented items 8A through 8C.
So moved. Second?
Is there anything you'd like to add to your
On
financial?
the petty cash thing, that is just for audit purposes, just to show that some petty cash moved from Schnell and Russell to the new elementary school. Item C is required by OSCC in terms of setting up a separate escrow account relating to the contract for the demolition and abatement at Schnell. And so we did this previously, a couple months ago, when we set up 2 separate escrow accounts for the 2.4 and the 7.12. So it's just kind of a directive from OSCC to set aside some money for escrow.
All right.
It gets paid at the very, once we've signed off, once OSCC has signed off that everything is done as it's supposed to be related to Schnell, then that final payment gets released to Shook.
Okay. All right. Well, without any further discussion from anyone, we'll move on for a vote.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson.
Yes.
All right. Item number 9 deals with some personnel items. Devin?
Good evening.
Good evening.
The superintendent recommends that the board approve the following personnel items, 9A through 9J.
So moved.
Second.
Anything you'd like to add? I see another alumni here, which is always exciting.
That is correct.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think 2 alumni, I see.
Yeah, are you talking about the one item E as well? Yeah. So, yeah, very exciting stuff. All right, well, no further discussion.
She is.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, I actually didn't know. A lot of alumni, which is really good. They always come back. All right, we'll move on for a vote then.
Mrs. Miller,
Abstain.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn.
Yes.
All right, we'll move on to item number 10, which deals with some more personnel items. Good.
The superintendent recommends that the board approve the following personnel items, 10A through 10B.
So moved.
Second.
Anything you'd like to add to this one?
These are all the coaches. We've met with the AD, and we are working on doing a better job ensuring that each coach has the proper license prior to the season, now when the season has started. So some of these are are for winter.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that further discussion, we'll move for a vote.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Abstain.
All right. Item number 11 deals with an agreement between the school district and the University of Dayton. Becky?
Yes, good evening. The superintendent recommends that the board enter into an agreement between the West Carrollton School District and the University of Dayton School of Education and Health Sciences for an individual graduate assistantship agreement with an external agency as presented.
So moved. Second.
Anything you'd like to add to this?
No, this is just a great opportunity for us. We have a graduate assistant from UD. I met her the other day. She's going to be wonderful. She's it's a second career, so she's already licensed as an intervention specialist and has a lot of experience. So she'll be great this year and a great help at the high school.
Nothing better than adding opportunities,
Nope.
that's for sure. Okay, well, we'll move on for a vote then.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy.
Yes. Item number 12 deals with a contract with an educational program. Becky?
Sure, the superintendent recommends that the board enter into a contract as presented with respect to the educational program for a student for the period beginning August 6, 2025 through the 26th of June, 2026.
So moved. Second.
And this is pretty typical stuff, right? Nothing new or regular. Okay, well, we'll move on for a vote.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley.
Yes.
All right, the next item is item number 13, and that deals with transportation. Do you want to know that?
Sure. I request that the board approve the release of transportation liability for Centerville schools to transport a West Carrollton student to and from Bishop Weigel School, 24 South 3rd Street, Miamisburg, 45342 for the 25-26 school year.
So moved.
Second.
I don't know if you know too much.
Yeah,
I know it's Jack's
It's
stuff,
okay.
but-
This is, we share transporting students to different charters, so it's done.
Typical stuff. All right, we'll move on for a vote.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
All right, item number 14 deals with our bus stops.
I'd like to recommend that the board approve the location of the school bus stops for Early Childhood Center, West Carrollton Elementary, West Carrollton Intermediate School, West Carrollton Middle School, and West Carrollton High School for the 25-26 school year. It's in Appendix C, per 332701 of the Ohio Revised Code, and myself or my designee is delegated by the Board of Education to designate and relocate subsequent bus stops as necessary.
So moved. Second.
All right. I mean, this is also pretty typical stuff.
Right.
I know it's a lot of work though, so
It is.
I thank the transportation department for doing such a good job, so. All right, we'll move on for a vote.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
All right, item number 15 deals with, the quit claim deed.
Yep. So I need a motion in a second that the board approve as presented the resolution authorizing execution of the quitclaim deed related to real property owned by the Board of Education, West Carrollton Elementary School, grades 2 through 4.
So moved.
Second.
Came in just in time.
We're done. Have a great night.
Oh, man. Well, and we talked about the deed the last
It's the
time.
deed, Jack, run the deed.
15.
I don't know, we talked about it last time, I guess we don't really need to go over it again, so. I think,
Are we on 13 or 14?
15.
Man, you guys
We're
are
almost
quick.
done.
Flying, we're trying.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything you wanna add there?
No, just that this is what we talked about, like you said last time, so we could finally get all of our properties here into one large property. It's the first step in that process.
Yep, and then the second step will be the next meeting, is that correct?
I don't think so. I think the way they did this resolution is going to cover both of them.
Oh.
So we'll have to file the one, then file the second. So I think we're going to be covered on that one.
Oh, good, okay, that works for me. All right, we'll move for a vote then.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shopton,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Yes.
All right, for item number 16, I'll need a motion and nice to see. I'll need a motion and a second that the board will approve the following items effective August 1st, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
All right. I don't have really much to say on it. Kind of weird being under the spotlight for that. So we'll just move for a vote. How about that?
Mrs. Shopton,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy.
Yes. All right. We'll move right along to our comments and reports. Well, student rep report. Anything to add?
Not a whole lot. We're just working on carrying closet stuff and all of those little kind of things as school gets started. So.
Fantastic. It's always exciting. Okay, well, I don't know if you guys, anything you guys want to add?
We're getting the girls all put together. The big organization that we work with that's going to be presenting at OSBA, we're starting to put that all together too. So everything's in the planning stations.
All right. Well, other than that, I guess we'll move along to some committee reports. Does anyone have any committee reports?
Do you want my high school? Middle high school?
Oh, you mean like,
The information they shared with me, like what we're supposed to do with
oh,
our schools.
yeah. I guess that would be in the
Yeah,
committee.
why not?
Yeah, we can do that for a committee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dave White provided the information that the staff focus for this year is to improve test scores a minimum of 6% on each end of course exam. The class meetings to set grade level goals start today and will be completed next week. So not too much right now, but
Wow.
we'll be building on that.
Okay.
So was this technically adopted school?
Yeah.
That was adopted school.
Okay.
We have you guys to sign for each month, like, that was how it's.
I mean, I guess it's nice to give a little update from time to time. Yeah. That's good.
Because I haven't gotten through one.
We can use, I mean, it's not.
All right, so my school this year is ECC, and I was able to attend the open house for the first graders. That was so much fun. They were most were so excited to be there. Some not as much, but it was really good to see them. They were so excited. There was a huge rainbow arch that they could take pictures under. The Lions Club handed out Italian ices for as they were leaving, so they didn't get the floors all sticky. It was a great time. We are already, so September is ECC month, and so we are working diligently to impress you all. Other committee reports. I did go to the CTC board meeting. Not a whole lot to do. School had already started for them. They'd been in for about a week. Most of the report was about the Aspire program, which is their adults, and just kind of updating on that. So not a whole lot to report on that, but I was there.
Good. Well, that's good to hear. I guess we'll just keep going with that.
I forgot to mention, the Education Foundation will be selling glow items at the concert, West Carrollton concert tomorrow night to raise funds for classroom grants.
That's important too. And I'm happy you mentioned that, because yeah, I totally forgot it. So that's really exciting. Do you have any reports?
No.
I'm guessing John didn't either. I'll talk about the open house. I'll talk about the open house as well, but I'll talk about it later. Because I might as well say it all at once. So, What's going
This
on?
is community reports now.
Okay, fine, I'll say it now. So I went to, it's very similar to yours, it's
Right.
almost like a ditto, so I was
Yes,
kind of
a
wanting to
ditto,
split it up a little bit, but I also went to an open house, also handed out Italian ices. I mean, well, I would have went. It was the fire tax stuff that I struggled with, but yeah, that was yesterday. Actually, I think I remember seeing you guys, funny enough, and it was a great time. We had a blast. I did a lot more navigating than I was like direction guy. Yeah, I might have also been socializing. Okay, all right. So yeah, that's cool. Hey, rumors and such. That's cool. Yeah. It was a good time. I handed out ices though. You know, just more like 5. But yeah, it was a good time. And oh yes, my school is the intermediate school, the best. Right. So we but the intermediate school is exciting. Got a lot of new people, and I'm so excited to see what they're going to do. So yeah, and I also did. I don't know if you know about this. I read a part of a book, Wonder, and I hope my mic wasn't muted the whole time, because I spent like 35 minutes reading that book, because I put a lot of emphasis on the words. So hopefully the mic was not muted, because we'll see what happens. So do you have any reports, anyone else?
No, I'm just trash talking Lori down here because she
Yeah,
thinks
you
she's
bring
gonna,
it.
she's
Just
gonna
bring it.
outshine us in
Just bring it.
September, but you wait, October's coming.
Just bring it. Yeah, but you gotta follow September.
Yeah, okay. I'm up for it.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, well, we'll move on for comments from the superintendent.
Thank you. First of all, I have our OSBA time for our student rep presentation. It will be on the 18th at 10 a.m. So
That's a good
I
time.
wanted to share that with you. Yesterday we welcomed our staff back at convocation. It was a lot of fun. Welcomed back by Ben, sorry. And then today was the first day of school. We had a great first day. And for anyone who's been calling asking when the homecoming parade is, it is the 25th of September at 6 o'clock here.
All right. Great. All right, Ryan, you got anything to add?
Just with the opening of school, just wanted to like tie that into the construction project. I don't have the exact date, but 2.5 years ago, the board approved Levin Porter and Shook to build these 2 new buildings, and 2 or 2.5 years ago, Shook told us that it would be done by June 1st of 2025, and just want to commend Levin Porter and Shook and Jack for doing a great job on the construction project in terms of, they told us what was going to happen, the timeline, and just the fact that, they met the timeline, and it's just a beautiful building, and with everything that's involved with a building project in terms of the ordering and logistics, and Jack can explain all that, but a pretty major construction project, and just the fact that I don't know if Jack would say it went seamlessly. I'll leave that to him, but just a beautiful building, and just a great job by those guys making that building being open to the teachers the first week in June, so they could move in. So just wanted to state that publicly.
Yeah.
Beautiful building.
That's really nice.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have no comments from any of our associations, so we'll move along to central office. Whoever wants to start, I'll leave it up to you guys. I guess it's Evan.
Actually, I wanted to commend Becky, who wrote the script for convocation in the committee. Jack and I were excluded from that committee, and we read the script.
Not
and
true.
That's definitely true.
We were just there. There was no.
So I would say, I think the change was good, and I actually enjoyed it. I think the inclusion of more of our students was really good, and Nate, I thought your speech was excellent to start the year off, very heartfelt, and resonated really well with a lot of our staff. So thank you for sharing.
Laggy was a little disappointing.
Yeah, actually worked this time.
I thought it went really well, thanks Devin, but it was a team effort, and Nate, again, thanks for doing everything you did. Kind of stole the show with the pirate and the speech, and you and Ben were kind of competing for MVP of.
Most valuable pilot.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be a part of it.
But I have some ideas for next year, refinements. I think having a student MC from each building represent and just have students lead, I think would be awesome. And some other touches we can make to the team beginning of next year. I also wanted to shout out Morgan Burning from Women's Center of Ohio. I don't know if anyone attended the open house over at the new elementary building on the 14th. I know we were all there for the ribbon cutting, but it was amazing, and she did a really nice job getting some community resources in the building to pass out information of how folks can get help and support in the community. So she had over 17 different community agencies there, so she was amazing. And thank you, Lori, for putting us in touch with her. Yeah, I'll be at the game as a pirate and a lumberjack. So see you then.
All right, Robin?
Yeah, I just want to echo what's already been said. I mean, I hate to do that, but I do want to echo what's been said. Nate, I was really touched by your story, and that was just really special. So thank you for sharing that. And Jack, excellent job, really, in preparing all the buildings, but just really impressive job, really. So yeah, excited about the school year, and teachers have been working really hard, and now they're getting ready to move into screening and some assessments and preparing for that that pre-assessing and getting our kids ready just to see kind of what they know and being able to prepare them for the school year and to get going. So we're off and running to the races. So.
All right, thank you. All right, last but not least.
Okay, I want to apologize for running late. I was working online with our air balancing company that does the air balancing for the new building. They were under the impression that I was like the mechanical engineer for it, and they had no idea. And I'm on my computer and I'm opening and closing all these things, and finally I told them, I said, look, who do you think you're talking to, And I explained to him that I wasn't the engineering company, that I was just the business manager, and I'm late for a meeting. I kind of have to go. So I kind of shut them down a little bit when they asked me. I answered everything, got them to a certain point, but then it got to a point where my computer system I use to monitor the building doesn't go as deep as what they wanted me to, so I had to point them in a different direction. So I am sorry for being late, but I was over there working honestly before I came in here. A couple things. One is, yes, excellent convocation yesterday. I thought everybody did a wonderful job. I appreciate all the support and everybody being there. And excited about the school year. First day, I felt pretty good about things the first day of school. Again, for people with buses, just know it's going to start slow. They're going to be a little bit late because we're taking our time, and it'll get better, a little bit better every day. So give it 2 weeks. Once we get through the holidays, it'll be like an old hat, just like it was years past. And just so you guys know, tomorrow I will be going up to Columbus to OFCC. They do a spotlight school during their commission meetings, and they are spotlighting our elementary school tomorrow. So I will be meeting Tom up there and letting Tom talk about the building and providing support or funny antidotes when it fits in. So, okay.
Wow, that's really exciting. Thank you so much. All right, now we do have one public comment. So I will read this first, and then I will call you up to to speak. So, just in general, for all those who want to have public participation, we have board policy. We have a board policy covering the public participation that requires the following procedures. The board will schedule a maximum of 45 minutes of public participation, except in unusual circumstances. Individual participants may be limited to a maximum of 5 minutes each during the 45-minute participation period. Any exception or exemption to this board policy would be granted entirely at the discretion of the board. The West Carrollton School Board District of Education will listen carefully to the comments and suggestions presented during the public participation. The board will generally not respond to the public questions and comments during the board meeting. However, the board, superintendent, or their designee at the direction of the board will respond later in those instances when a response is appropriate. So Christopher and Shelby, I don't know if you guys, or Shelly, I mean, if you guys, I don't know if you both coming up, but you can come up to speak.
I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. We've just had a little run-in with policy that I wanted to just read just a couple of comments to you about my son Gideon, who's coming into kindergarten, and just see if there is a way to just maybe respectfully address it. I serve, first of all, I serve on quite a few boards, and from my experience, I know that every one of you takes this role very seriously, because I know how I take my role seriously. And I know that you are committed to doing the very best job possible. And I want to begin by thanking you for that. And I want to especially thank Dr. Townsend, who has been very supportive of us and our family in the past and has tried to support us again in this small kerfuffle that we're in right now. And so my son Gideon, who's 5 years old, has been preparing diligently for kindergarten for many months. And he knows his numbers 1 through 100 and can identify them on sight. And he knows his upper and lowercase letters. And he engages with the other children respectfully and cooperatively and is able to take direction, and he's pretty excited. And we reached out to the school, and we were told by Dr. Townsend that enrollment was no problem. We can move right on forward. And with that reassurance, we went ahead and told Gideon the news, which he was very excited about that, as you can imagine. And so we bought him his Hot Wheels lunchbox, which he has brought along with him today. He's holding it. And he was thrilled and ready to rock. Of course, a few days later, we found out that the acceptance was rescinded for some technicalities. And we were told that because he was 11 days younger than the cutoff, the deadline to test for early admittance had passed. And so after our appeal to Dr. Townsend, she went ahead and moved some red tape around and got us through to be tested. So we did do that. And so Gideon went on to the school and was tested by the psychologist, Ryan Leach. And a few days later, we received a call from Ryan. And he told me that Gideon would not able to be admitted because he could not yet read words or perform basic addition and subtraction. And I admittedly started to become, I think, a little combative in that conversation. And so my apologies on that, and you'll have to communicate that on to Ryan. I was disappointed, and I was taken by surprise because I didn't think we would be heading that direction. He explained that if a child enters early, even 11 days early, that the child must demonstrate skills beyond what is typically expected for a kindergartner. A policy that requires him to be more advanced than his peers in order to qualify. And if I might be so candid to say that I find that to be absurd to me, that's the standard. Because the very purpose of kindergarten is to teach children how to read and how to do addition and subtraction. And we were preparing him with the skills that would preempt that, which is why he can identify letters and numbers and those sorts of things so that you guys can help him begin to put those pieces together. And so my question would be, why would we require demonstrable performance on these competencies that kindergarten is intended to teach before he even walks into the classroom? This decision means Gideon will now be probably among the oldest in his grade. This decision will set him back an entire year in his life. A year. He'll graduate a year later, start college a year later, and based on current life expectancy, that's 1.6% of his adult life. And the weight of this decision hit us very hard at our dinner table this past Monday night, because at dinner I had to look at my 5-year-old son, who had been told he was going to be entering kindergarten, and told him he would not enter kindergarten this year, and that the lunchbox we had bought together would not be going with him to school. And in that same moment, my daughter, my oldest daughter, Evelyn, who's now entering the 8th grade, shared some news of her own with us. You see, Evelyn, who was 62 days past August 1st, when Dr. Townsend helped us enroll her early, told us she's now taking 2 high school level classes as she begins 8th grade, something many of her peers have not qualified for. In the very same moment that we, in a sense, had to crush the excitement of my young son, we were reminded of the proven success of a very similar story. And that is what makes this so difficult, because we already have evidence, and we know that the decision that we're asking us to make was the right one before. Across all 3 of my children in the school today, all in West Carrollton, every one of them is an honor student. When you add up their combined 2,702 school days across all my kids, do you know how many they've missed? 1. 1 day. A single absence. That's the kind of household that we run, the kind of emphasis we put on education. That's the kind of parents we are. Parents, I imagine every school would wish to have across their whole student body. Parents who serve in the PTO, who contribute to fundraisers, who vote yes for the school levies. Our decision to admit Evelyn early worked. And it was the right decision then. And what I'm asking of you is the right decision now. And so I'm appealing to you, Dr. Townsend, and to the board. Please do not deprive my son of a year of progress. We do elect you for moments like this, to step in for us when policies and red tape get in the way of the spirit of the work that we're doing. And so, I hope today to ask a very simple thing, to reverse this, what I believe to be a wrong decision, and admit Gideon into kindergarten. I believe this is the right decision for our family, and my hope is that this board will consider our request and hopefully submit a reply quickly so that we can get moving if possible. And so that is my comments for today. I do appreciate that you guys have given us the opportunity to make our comments.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time to come out here and talk about that. All right. Well, that's some comments from the board members. So we'll start with, I guess we'll start with you.
Okay, so I'm not going to talk a lot about the first day because probably everybody else will. So I'm going to backtrack, and again, the convocation was excellent. Still think the lighting could have been worked on a little bit more. Yeah, next year, right?
Sure.
Yes. But only if he's speaking. If it's anybody else, that would not. Yeah. So.
It was me last year, so.
Yeah. So yeah. I already nominate him for a speech of some sort. I don't care what it is. Just something. Just something. So enough of that. The ribbon cutting. That was my first time ever doing a ribbon cutting. That was exciting. That was awesome. The building is, if you haven't seen it, of course you can't go running in it now because there are kids in it and we'll probably tackle you if you try. However, there was an open house, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. The architect, the decorations, the way it's put together, it is an awesome, awesome building. I am so happy to have been, and actually my name's on it, and I've had such a minimal role in this whole thing, so I kind of feel like I got something I didn't deserve, but I'm kind of happy still to say. You know me, I say it as it is. I think that's all I have.
All right. Angie, you got anything?
I want to comment on the new school as well. It's just wonderful, and all the hard work you've all put in is so appreciated. I also want to comment on a little bit of what Janine said. I think a lot of people have a misconception that nothing much is going on in the schools in the summer. There's a lot of hard work. Everything would not be happening if it wasn't for that summer work. So I think people really need to realize there is a lot going on. I wanna thank you all for all the hard work you put in all year round. I don't think they get enough credit for that. So, that's all I have.
Well said. All right, John, anything?
Two things. First, I want to thank you guys for coming to speak. It's not easy to speak at that microphone, and advocate for your kid is commendable, and appreciate you doing that. I know it's a little nerve-wracking. I've done it myself, so appreciate you doing that. The other thing I want to say, because this is the beginning of the end for me sitting here, is I want to take the last few meetings and I want to publicly thank a few folks instead of waiting until the very last one and taking 20 minutes to say something. So tonight I'm going to ask Becky, or not ask her, but tell her that I appreciate the time I've spent working with her. She's been principal at Schnell for a couple of years, really kind of get that building. Now it's obviously not a building anymore, but when it was, you got that thing back in solid ground, and I appreciate your effort there and your passion with the Pirate Packs program as well. And just want to thank you for the passion you have for the school and the kids, and what a joy it's been to work with you.
Thanks.
So, and I'll pick on everybody else as we go, but I wanted to start with her, and that's all I got.
It's a strong start there, huh? All right.
Well, just to touch on a few things, ribbon cutting ceremony was great. We had a few of the other board members that have gone on, came back out. It was nice to see everybody there, and the building is absolutely gorgeous. They do such a wonderful job, and I know that the high school, middle school is going to be even better, so that's yet to come. Fall sports are up and running, and there's matches, games, meets, whatever you want to call it. Do go out and support our Pirates. Pirate Island Fest is September 13th, and you can get tickets from any of the athletes or over at the athletic office at high school. So please support our kids. The athletic boosters do a lot for our athletes, and it's a great time for the families. There's lots of blow-ups and so on and so forth. So
They also need, I told Sarah, I mentioned they need volunteers too.
they need
They
volunteers.
need lots of volunteers right now, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the
especially
athletes
for
are going to
mission.
be, helping with the inflatables, but they have other opportunities for you to help out. So please do sign up. I know they put out a couple things on Facebook.
Yeah, she reached out to me, I'm gonna be out of town, but.
Yeah. So please support our athletes, they're out there. And if you are, I think some of the programs, the no-cut programs, if you still want to join the sport, the door is still open. I know tennis does, I believe golf is another one. So cross country, so reach out. Thank you.
All right, so I don't have too much. I did want to say the ribbon cutting was a really good time. I mean, everyone else said it. I thought I was going to be the only one that said it, but the school is beautiful. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. And, you know, to the excitement of the kids that's walking in there and knowing that they're like in a new place, you know, it's just so exciting. I also have to say, for literally cutting the ribbon, the ball scissors was not good for me. I didn't get to cut any ribbon.
It's because you're left-handed.
That's probably what it was. Yeah. I think that might be a good point though. I am left-handed. But yeah, the ribbon cutting was really, really good.
Except for the ribbon cutting.
Except and for everyone else, it was great. But it was really embarrassing for me.
Except for the cutting part.
Yeah, the cutting part.
Not the ribbon cut.
And it was horribly embarrassing in front of all those people to be the only person that cannot cut the ribbon.
And it's all on video.
It is.
Yes.
Thank the Lord.
Yes.
I was so
And
worried.
actually, there's a picture on their website.
Of me struggling for it?
That's how I interpreted it.
Oh, thanks. Okay. So yeah, don't watch that. I also wanted to mention.
You were there.
Yeah, you guys.
I couldn't.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't have to watch it. Yeah. Convocation was really, really good. It's a really great opportunity to really thank the staff for just all the incredible things you guys do. It's the coolest thing to see a room full of the most prideful people that, I mean, will do anything for this school and do anything for these kids. And there's not a better feeling than being in that room and to be surrounded by those people is really amazing.
I just want to interject real quickly that we just checked and there is proof of him having trouble cutting the ribbon. So if you go to the webpage, on the webpage, there is, if you zoom in, he's looking up like, somebody help me figure out how to cut this ribbon. It has been,
Oh, thank you for zooming in.
yes,
That's really cool.
yes.
Wow.
It has that function.
Yeah. To all those watching, board meeting, that's fantastic. I wanted to do a little Don Henry and say the big yellow taxis are out and about. Be sure to be extra patient, like Jack said. Jack stole that, but be extra patient. You know, they'll get around and they'll get moving. And I definitely want to thank the bus drivers too. I know I just thank the staff, but I know the bus drivers. It seems like it's more dangerous than ever being a bus driver out there. It seems like no one knows how to drive. So yeah, so just be extra careful. I mean, these buses are filled with the most precious souls you can ever imagine. So be sure to be extra safe around them, and I mean, don't be taking risks around with big taxis. All right. And then I'll end up with a quote like I always do. It's gonna be I'm gonna recycle the same quote as yesterday because I totally forgot that today was. I know. Well, it's what you're kidding. So for those who didn't go to convocation, this quote is by Ronald Reagan, which when I was in high school, that was my quote guy. But it is live simply, love generously, care deeply, speak kindly, leave the rest to God. And I think other than that, we have no executive work session tonight, so I'll entertain a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All right.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Mudge?
Yes.
Mr. Shopper?